Hello, good morning mga kamangga. Magkakaroon tayo ng tinatawag na reaction in Filipino sa isang episode ng Ultra Vegito is Reborn. Yan. Simulan na natin.
Pin comment and description. Head there.
Yan, ito po ay kay Callmearj.
So our story continues with the two gods of destruction who are left remaining in the multiverse. Iwan, god of destruction for Universe 1, and Mule, god of destruction for
Yan, si
Universe
Mule
3.
tsaka si Iwan.
Both remaining in an eerie
Bali sila na lang yung natitira sa episode na to, no, na dalawang gods na nakikilala ni Gogo out of 12 universes.
silence as they stare at the god killer who had slain so many of their fellow divine brethren. But still standing
nagulat
there,
si Ultra
drooling,
Vegito.
unresponsive and in a vegetative state after being trapped in an infinite nightmare is Vegito.
Yan. Ang nangyari nga pala sa episode na yan, mga kamangga, inilagay ni Madara si Vegito doon sa kanyang hallucination, yung trance niya.
Oh, you are so much more of a delight to look at when you can't talk, aren't you, my dear Vegito? As Madara also watches on with a sense of pleasure in his voice after leaving the so-called God Killer more vulnerable and defenseless than a mere toddler.
Iyon.
But as Vegito remains stood still, soon robotic sounds can be heard from the middle of Mule's robotic core. Until from within, a hushed voice is heard saying, "Enough of this. It's time I dealt with this dirt myself." And out of the metallic exoskeleton, finally, the miniature Mule appears, draped in his god of destruction garb.
Ayan, yan.
But as we zoom in on his face, his true expression and feelings are revealed.
Si Mule.
With an angered, betrothed look, he lets out, "Pathetic. The blood of gods and angels are still all over your clothes. The stench of your actions has not left you even to this day, and the debt of your sins will never be repaid, God Killer.
Yan, mga
But you can bet I'll collect as much of it as I can. You sorry piece of trash!" As Mule then finally begins stepping out, staring Vegito down and yelling profanities. Before, with gritted teeth, he would then begin thinking back and letting out, "You know, even years ago at the Tournament of Power, when I first
Yan, nagkwento.
met you as your separate selves, I always knew you were not to be trusted. Mere mortals, calling themselves Super Saiyan gods? Don't make me laugh, you disgusting subspecies. Accessing some sort of counterfeit divine energy and suddenly placing you in the same realm as us deities? And what's worse, all this while that silly cat Beerus would just gawk and scream like a kid. And now look where they got him. Gone like the rest of them. Gone like my fellow gods!
Yun,
Instant.
ang tapang ni Mule kasi walang kalaban-laban si Vegito Nandoon siya sa trance Ibig sabihin na-hypnotismo siya ni Madara Ang tapang ni Mule.
A roar of fury, then slamming his fist across the face of the defenseless Vegito, sending his head snapping back without the sound of the God Killer to even respond. Sending Vegito's near lifeless body to slam back onto the ground, far off and back first. As his blade of
Walang kalaban-laban si Vegito
and falls to the ground, stabbing into it. And still, even with blood now seeping from his chin where Mule struck, he just remains lost. Deep within.
Walang kagalaw, hindi nagising si Vegito. Hindi nagising si Ultra Vegito sa suntok na yan kasi nga naka-hypnotize siya ni Madara.
You damn fool! I'll make you pay for every god you've slain! As not satisfied with striking the mentally disabled Vegito, Mule rushes in to continue the fight.
Yun. Ang tapang talaga ni Mule. Ang tapang ni Mule. Walang kalaban-laban yung nilalabanan.
Your face, demon! As brutally, Mule then lands with a thunderous stomp right on Vegito's face, compressing it momentarily inwards as if stepping on a balloon.
Talaga naman.
Viciously, in a rampage of unprovoked assaults, Mule then begins stamping non-stop on the face of the motionless Vegito.
Grabe. Dapat yan, durug-durug na yung mukha ni
As his face
Vegito.
begins to get barraged by the foot of the god, nothing changes on the expression of the god, except for the flurry of blood that gushes out of his face that has also become bruised all over.
Grabe.
He won! But after finally growing fatigue from his onslaught on Vegito's face,
O, kita mo, sabi napagod din. Walang niya. Wala nang kalaban laman Napagod pa tong walang niyang si Iwan na to.
the god of destruction quickly turns around to his
Hindi pala si Iwan, si Mule.
fellow member and yells, "Listen, I know you don't talk much, but don't you want a piece of this too? All of the destroyers he killed, the stress he caused us, the pain. This is our revenge, my friend. Seize it with both hands." But in response, Iwan just remains calm and silent, levitating off the ground with his hands behind his back before he finally lets out, "Though what you say has some truth, Mule. You may be right. As much as I would enjoy giving that monster over there a true beating, I say we handicap him further first. Just in case he wakes up."
Ayun. Ibig sabihin pala, pwede naman palang magising si Ultra Vegito. Masyado lang maingat kung si Iwan.
Allow me to Hakai his arms and legs while he's still like this. The response leading to Mule instantly laughing maniacally as he continues with his foot just above Vegito's face. What a fine idea, Iwan! To think, you base
Sobrang daya talaga ni Iwan. Magulang sa lahat na magulang. Itatanggalin yung paa at kamay ni Vegito. Ihahakay.
speak, but when you do, it is to say the most sadistic ideas. I'll take you up on that offer, but let us do it together. And then, even if he does wake up from this thing, I'd love to see him just try and fight us with just his head. Hold it
Tarantado.
right there, children. But just as Mule and Iwan become increasingly excited at the idea of dismembering the downed Vegito, a familiar but authoritative voice calls from the shadows. And it is revealed to be, of course, Madara, second of the 5 strongest and defeater of Ultra Vegito. With his hand eccentrically
Ayun, tinigilan niya si Iwan tsaka si Mule.
placed on his mask, he would then let out, "Don't even bother with that stupid idea. This one is no ordinary saint from what I've gathered. His body has regeneration abilities somehow. Something to do with a power he refers to as Boo? Who knows whatever that is. But the only way to hurt this one is to erase him completely. However, like I said, the priest himself said he wants him back alive. And if you want to disobey him and deal with the aftermath, then so be it. But I will not be around to protect you fools."
Yun.
Damn it! Causing the smaller god of destruction Mule to immediately cuss out in frustration as he begrudgingly grumbles, "You've got to be kidding me! Just what kind of ungodly changes has this freak undergone, huh? Where would he even get access to such things? All from within Universe 7? Huh.
Yan, kita mo, nagugulat sila. Ang daming mga nangyayari sa Universe 7 na mga napakalalakas na mga nilalang, mga regeneration technique, mga hindi pa nila nakikita. Samantalang 12 universes yan, nasa Universe 7 lang yung pinakamatitinding mga technique.
But I guess the real question here is, what does the Daishinken want with him? Could it be the time rings? Or maybe with his staff? Either way, how annoying we can't enjoy our revenge fully, God Killer.
Yan.
Iwan! You better get a whack in now while you still can. And immediately, as if never having to be told twice, Iwan appears with his foot raised and ready to stamp on Vegito 2.
Aapakan na naman yung
Getting
mukha.
back, so be it then. I'll enjoy this as much as I can. As instantly as the gods begin simultaneously attacking.
Wala nga, pinagtulungan si Ultra Vegito na hindi man lang lumalaban. Napakaduwag ng dalawang to.
Dara just watches on bemused, commenting, what petty weak beings. And all the while, yet again, Vegito would just remain unmoving and unable to do a thing as more and more blood and bruises plague him under the brutal beating. But in a curious sight, as we zoom in on his left eye, a sudden stream of tears begins to fall. Could it be in reaction to the physical pain, or perhaps a more emotional and mental one from what is happening within his mind?
Yun, pero umiiyak si Vegito.
Let me go! But as we finally peek back into the infinite nightmare the God Killer is trapped in, like a martyr, we see Vegito pinned by chains to a standing tall, T-shaped structure.
Ayun, ipinako pala siya doon.
Seem to be the once thought erased Gohan, Goten, Trunks, Chi-Chi and Bulma, his family members, and the closest people within his life.
Ayun, ina.
But from a distance, the sinister words of the destroyers unfortunately is heard, and of course, first Trunks begins to erase again. Dad! Before so too is the young Goten. Dad! But still standing now with an angry and panicked voice, Gohan, the oldest son of Vegito, watching on, would scold, "What are you doing? Aren't you going to do anything to stop them, Dad? Do something! Save us!
Yun. Ayun, nakakay na rin si Gohan.
But before any more can be said, the same fate is awaited for the young Saiyan once again. For the third time, now being erased right before the eyes of Vegeta.
Grabe, paulit-ulit eh.
No! Stop it! And when we do see the effects of such trauma on the God Killer, its impact is clear. As with rivers of warm tears flooding down his cheeks and drool shooting out of his mouth as he yells, the God Killer is seen at his lowest and as a shell of his former self. After an unknown quantity of pure traumatic torture. Goku! Vegeta!
Ayan, yung asawa niya, yung dalawang asawa niya.
Do not end there. As suddenly, from the particles left behind of his sons, his two wives, Chi-Chi and Bulma, then run in disarray towards them.
Ayan, bakit two wives? Ibig sabihin, kaya dalawa yung asawa ni Ultra Vegito, pinagsamang Goku at Vegeta. Siyempre, asawa niya yung dalawang yan na pinagsama sila.
Their husband. Save us! And instantly, as if holding on to for dear life, literally, the two grabbed onto the feet of their spouse, not knowing there was nothing Vegito could even do to hug them back. But Regardless, with tears flooding down her own eyes, Chi-Chi with a look of sadness and fear would say, Goku, don't let me die, please! While Bulma, equally sad and tearing up, would add, Vegeta, don't you love me?
Ayun. Pinakay parehas.
But just as tragically as before, both women are instantly then disposed of by the seemingly hidden ghosts.
Grabe. Grabing torture inabutan ni Vegeta, ni Ultra Vegito rito. Torture sa isip.
And in the most
Pati damdamin.
ways. Chi-Chi! Bulma!
Yan! Grabe.
Leaving the severely heartbroken Saiyan to just scream out their names one more time. Unable to distinguish now reality from illusion anymore.
Yun. Yun! Nagalit na si Vegito! Ultra Vegito!
Kill you! Leaving the God Killer to do the only thing he can as he explodes in power, yelling as hard as he can as if anybody would be able to hear. As electricity then begins to surround his entire body, yet none of this is even the slightest effect of freeing from his teaching cage. Pathetic.
Ayan o, andyan yung mga ibang mga nakatingin sa kanya yung mga ibang gods of destruction ng mga pinagpapatay niya. Yung dalawa na lang ang buhay dyan. Tandaan nyo ha, si Iwan tsaka si Mule.
Finally, the 12 gods of destruction appear before him, all smiling and snickering, just watching on as if the God Killer was a mere exhibit at the zoo. But suddenly, from all the laughter, a cry is heard. The cry of a baby Pan.
Yeah. Grabe talaga kademonyohan ng mga gods na tinatawag na binuhat sa buhok o isipan, si Baby Pan sa buhok binuhat.
The merciless apparition of Belmont lifts the child by the hand and says, Seems I have something of yours, Vegito. How do I turn this thing off, eh? Burn!
Yun!
You let go of her now!
O, tandaan nyo, mas masarap yung ibig mas mahal yung apo kaysa minsan doon sa anak.
Immediately causing the grandfather, of course, to become furious in an unsurmountable stage of rage as he speaks through gritted teeth.
Ayan, yan naman ang ginugulti pa rin ng dalawa.
In reality, while all this mental trauma goes on, an equal amount of physical damage is laid out too. As the two destroyers, Mule and Iwan, continue to stamp on Vegito's face until barely a breath can be heard.
Ang matindi niyan, gaano katibay ang pagmumukha ni Vegito? Dapat na yan, pisa na yan. Pisang-pisa.
But back in the dream, Belmont's eye begins to move slowly towards the still crying Pan until... Hakai!
Grabe na kayo din.
Final word said, the unthinkable is done to the defenseless child. As in a total throwback to what originally happened on Earth, the young baby Pan is erased prematurely once again. And this time, right in front of her.
Grabe.
And instantly,
Yan,
with the
tingnan
sight
natin.
of mind freshly scorched into his eyes, something snaps finally within the now extremely brittle mental state of Vegeta.
Yung bumigay na, halos pabaliw-baliw na.
And with his eyes suddenly closing as veins begin to flex on his face, the God Killer would just let out, My head! Why is my head hurting?
Ayun, nararamdaman din ni Vegito yung nangyayari doon sa physical body niya, doon sa reality.
Why are you doing this? Almost as if finally, Vegeta was beginning to sense what was happening in the real world now too.
Wow! Wow! Wow!
And with an ungodly roar that could only be described as coming from a true demon, Vegito screamed in the sky,
Ay, grabe!
instantly breaking everything that bound him. But most notably,
Grabe,
the top of his
nasira
head,
rin.
where he was complaining about from being in pain, two vicious and uncharacteristic
Ayan
horns
na!
suddenly burst
Wow!
from the side of the temple. And as the horns, now at full length, and seemingly not even noticed by Vegito, once his eyes and expression came down back to normal, he began
Grabe,
saying,
oh! Tama na! Lahat ay magbabayad! Lahat! Lahat!
immediately leading to Vegito once again screaming with a truly beastly roar.
Grabe!
The God Killer raised his head straight up and yelled to the heavens to demand his escape. But soon enough, his entire body, as a result of his power, begins to completely become enveloped in a ball of shining energy.
Yun!
Its dark lightning
Ano kaya mangyayari? Ano mangyayari? Ayun, enjoy yung dalawa rito.
From the outside, the barrage of stabs on Vegito seemingly finally began to come to an end. As eventually, as the two gods raise their feet for one last time, all that can be heard is the breaths of their exhausted steps.
Napagod na sa kakatadyak ng dalawang walang kwentang to. Dapat kung malakas, tikpit na yung ulo eh.
That is until... Wait a second. His energy, it's...
Yun!
Out of nowhere, Mew's face is totally lost in a flash of light that can only mean one thing.
Yun!
Some way, somehow, Vegito's explosion of energy from within his mind reaches outwards and causes an
Grabe,
insane
napunta sa reality.
explosion that covers the landscape, darkening the sky as black thunder bursts forward everywhere.
Ang tindi.
And when we look at the deities that watch on, luckily for them, both Iwan and Mew managed to survive.
Natanggal sombrero ni Iwan eh.
Thoroughly trying their best to cover and protect themselves as the wind and pressure from Vegito's power even blows off some of their clothing.
Grabe yung
While as
lakas.
expected, the unfazed, physically Madara seems to watch on with more curiosity than fear. And once the explosion of energy comes to an end, nothing can actually be seen or detected from within the thick clouds of smoke that remain until
Yun!
something shoots out with terrifying speed straight out of the dust cloud.
Ayun oh.
So fast, there would have never been any way to deduce just who
May lumabas.
or what it was.
Yo! Sino kanino kamay yan?
That is until finally a dark creature lands on the ground with a crash. Not
Dark
letting out
creature,
any
ah.
words, but just beastly grumbles as if the stranger was less human and more animal.
Grabe.
Could this really be who we think it is?
Sino kaya?
When the figure is finally revealed, all we
Grabe.
can see is a pitch black beast. Horns
Grabe.
visible and hair similar to Vegito, but any sense of the humanity seems to be well and truly gone. And up in the air, lifted in his left arm, is none other than the blade of destruction, indicating even in this primal state,
Grabe,
this
oh.
dark beast is still ready to kill.
Grabe, grabe. Mom!
As the grumbling, mysterious beast
Ano mga
begins
kamangga?
letting out
Nag-e-enjoy ba?
seeming
Nag-e-enjoy ba tayo mga kamangga?
smoke which bellows out of his gritty
Grabe.
and just one word that can be finally heard.
Bad.
But though that word gave us our biggest clue towards this beast somehow being Vegito, once said, the black beast resorts back to Grumble,
Grabe.
staring into the palm of his now clawed hand, marveling at his newfound power. At
Yun.
least that would be how it seemed.
Nagugulat siya sa panibagong kapangyarihan. Ayan, nagulat yung dalawa.
But now on the ground and more fearful than ever, Mule and Iwan would take
Lalong natakot yung dalawang kumag.
notice from a distance. But as we zoom in on Mule, the true state of their fears come to light. As with a trembling voice, Mule would then let out, "What? That can't be the God Killer!
Yun.
Not in a million years! Why does he look like that now? Why does he look like...
Yun.
Lucid!"
Love it.
And suddenly, a wave of paralyzing
Tandaan nyo ha, milyong taon ang ibinuhay ng mga tinatawag na gods na to.
shock and terror explodes through the body of Mew. As sweat drips at speed all across his face,
Grabe.
and just the mere
Takot na takot na takot.
resemblance to the legendary being that seemingly all of the gods fear. Iwan! This is getting way too dangerous! We're getting out of here
Takbo
now!
na! Takbo na! Takbo na!
And in a quick shock response,
Takbo na! Takbo!
Mule would then grab onto the wrist of the stunned into silence Iwan by force and attempt to get away. This apparently is not unnoticed by the dark beast, who immediately then squints his eyes in the direction of the gods, before then turning around abruptly to face them, his eyes pinpointed at them in the distance.
Yun.
For the seemingly now battle-conscious being then lifts his hand quickly into the sky, with his palm facing the duo of destroyers, with only one outcome left on its mind.
Ayun, grabe oh.
And immediately, with two clear victims in mind, the Dark Beast fires an even darker ball of ferocious energy straight towards the duo of gods. What's that?
Ayun!
And though the ball deceptively looks small at first, by the time it reaches near enough the destroyers, the true size
Ang
is
laki!
apparent, almost able to dwarf their bodies, more than likely enough to erase them instantly.
Grabe ha, sa lahat ng episode na to, ang pinakamahabang istorya ng pakikipaglaban talaga na kay Madara. Dami. Malakas si Madara.
Can't you two fools even get running away, right? But fortunately for Mule and Iwan, out of nowhere to their rescue, the second arrives, sword in hand and ready to seemingly bear the brunt of the blast for them. But as the dark blast reaches within inches, Madara moves his blade back and yells with intensity, as if about to slice through the energy until...
Yun!
God-killing days will not be continuing
Grabe.
while I'm around,
Tiwalang-tiwala. Habang nandito ako, kaya ko to. Sabi ni ngayon ni Madara.
Vegito. As immediately, with full confidence, the second slams his legendary blade down onto the blast, as if putting down an animal, with thunderous crackling of black lightning roaring all over as he strikes and attempts to push the energy ball back.
Yun, no?
Huh? But his strike doesn't seem to go exactly as he had first planned, as quickly Madara notices and comments, "What's this? It's not going back! Impossible! I'm actually trying here! Is my blade dulled?" But as Madara wonders, even more of the unthinkable happens as when we zoom in on the blade of Madara, soon the smallest of hairline fractures and cracks.
Grabe. Grabe talaga. Ganun kalakas. Dahil tiwala si Madara sa kanyang espada. Pero ang tindi ng binitawan ni Vegito, oh.
Suddenly, and just like that, as if inevitable, the blade of the second snaps under pressure,
Grabe.
cleaning in half as the ball of energy from the dark beast just continues to rush forward. Impossible!
Grabe.
Eventually shooting past the shocked member of the Five towards its target, while the stunned Madara can only stare forward and mutter, What just happened?
Hindi siya makapaniwala.
He broke the Izanagi! But even the third could do that! But back of the destroyers, who are about to be annihilated themselves,
Ayan!
you
Abutan
comes
na!
out.
Abutan na!
No, you don't! And just like that, the two escape at the last second to fight another day.
Ayun, nakata.
And Madara, noticing from a distance their departure, just thinks to himself, at least I was able to stall enough for those two to actually get out of my way.
Ayun.
Before looking back down to the useless broken stub that is now his once legendary weapon. And let's
Grabe, nawalan na ng kwenta.
But this is just astonishing.
Hindi siya makapaniwala.
Seen a nickel scratch on this thing in millennia. Here it is now, a useless piece of trash. Before they're nonchalantly
Naging
just
basura
dropping
na.
the damaged weapon onto the ground, as if having accepted the situation. Before continuing, though the more surprising thing here is that this beast even managed to break out of the eyes of Azuna. That should not be possible for any gods in this realm.
Grabe.
Not a damn mortal. This hasn't happened since him.
Yun, ha?
Right behind Madara now appears a mysterious demon-like figure with strange eyes.
Grabe, oh.
Seem to have seen mentioned a
Yang itsurang yan, parang sa Attack of Titans ang datingan eh.
number of times so far. Before the second continues, but he broke through the illusion of sheer mental power alone. The years of horrible conditions in the demon realm made any nightmare created totally powerless. Surely, this mortal couldn't have done the same.
Yun.
What even triggered this transformation? Did I go too far? Regardless, without too much actual fear or hesitation, Madara then descends immediately towards the ground,
Yun.
standing toe-to-toe with the horned beast, before then grabbing onto his mask, once again inquiring, So, you seem to be a little stronger than before.
Yun. Tapang pa, oh. Tapang pa rin ni Madara.
I dare say with those horns, you finally look more like your namesake, God Killer. Is this your true form?
Ah.
But in response, of course, the near-mute Dark Warrior would just continue to let out ashy smoke from his mouth
Grabe.
as he stares down Madara with internalized disdain. Madara now,
Ayun,
without his sword
pumorma na,
though,
pumorma.
just get into a strange fighting stance of his own and respond back, Huh? Not the talkative type anymore, eh? You seem to have so much more to say for that little bad dream I put you through, didn't you, Vegito?
Ayun. Siya pala lahat.
No matter. In that case, we'll save the small talk and get this over with instead.
Yun.
A beast like you must be put down anyway!
Sinugod na ngayon ni Madara.
As instantly, confirming the confidence of the second, Madara rushes in excitedly like a wild animal, straight for the still sword-wielding creature in front.
Ayun na.
But just as he throws out his first punch, as if the Black Beast's Ultra Instinct was still intact, it instantly dodges
Yun,
straight out of the
grabe.
way.
Pagsuntok, hindi man.
Until with a devilish laugh that does in fact remind us of Vegito, instantly, mid-attack, the wrist of Madara is grabbed.
Yun, nahawakan yung braso.
Let go, you! What?
Wala yan, ano
the
ginawa?
sentence could even begin to be finished.
Ay, grabe. Parang hinugot yata yung isang braso. Tinanggalan ng braso. Parang ano lang, oh. Ginawang sitaw lang.
As if ripping off a rose off its stem, the grinning dark creature would shockingly rip Madara's arm in half within nanoseconds.
Grabe.
You vile mortal!
Ay, grabe,
The
oh.
delirious with shock Madara to scream out in pain, but also pure disbelief of the transformed God Killer.
Grabe, tinanggalan ng braso.
As blood pours and leaks instantly from his wound.
Grabe.
And for the first time with a serious undertone of anger,
Grabe.
running up to his now pumping with pain shoulder, Madara would yell, "You truly are full of surprises! How very bizarre! Your speed has jumped at least tenfold to do something like that!
Grabe.
Mention your strength to make a god bleed like this!
Grabe, oh.
Seems that that dark energy surrounding you now is a little bit more than just aesthetic.
Hindi lang daw pampaganda.
But with an increasingly large grin on the pitch-black warrior's face, he would begin giggling as he lifts the ripped forearm of the second
Ayan, ano kayang gagawin?
prize trophy. Before crushing it,
Ay,
instantly like a
grabe!
mere scrunched up piece of paper.
Dinurog pa.
More notably, as soon as that was done, so too is the forearm instantly erased somehow.
Sinakay
Not
pa.
even the mention of the word Hakai. As if the Dark Beast had somehow now reached an all-new level of destruction power
Grabe.
while in this state. Think I'm supposed to care about that arm, mortal? You can do with it as you like. As in response, in a surprising turn of events, the second immediately rips off what's left of his arm, straight down to the shoulder,
Grabe.
with a thud right beside it.
Ang ginawa, yung natitirang kalahating braso, tinanggal na rin ni Madara sa kanyang katawan.
But though the bravado before made him seem unbothered, as the atmosphere around the second changes, the true anger within him becomes apparent. He
Ayun.
lets out, "Well done for maiming me, God Killer. For once you actually make guts seem reasonable for
Yun.
the likes of you. But I'm afraid, if you think losing one arm would be enough to weaken me, you're in for a rude awakening."
Yun, nagyabang na naman. Ano kaya?
And suddenly, with a rising yell, Madara begins powering up his own energy. With that burst, no aura appearing except for a rumble on the very surface of the planet, and the air pressure
Yun, no?
and atmosphere change
Ano kaya gagawin nito man ni Madara?
until,
Yun!
with a ferocious roar that resembles the one given off by the beast before him, his entire body becomes enveloped with a tremendously powerful
Wow!
that soon spirals into a cylinder that reaches the heavens themselves. And through it, Madara slowly rises from the bottom towards the top.
Yun lang yan, tumaas-taas pa, oh.
The eyes of the dark beast below.
Yun, oh. Nagkaroon pa ng para pakuluto si Madara, oh.
But though almost point-blank face of the humongous power-up, not so much as a flinch can be seen by the demon.
Hindi man lang pinansin ni Ultra Vegito.
His flowing white hair in all directions. But almost in a spectacle for the ages,
Wow.
the bloom of vast energy soon begins to contort and change shape. Until
Grabe,
suddenly,
oh.
a pair of eyes become visible through what can only be described as a cloak of divine heat. Continuing to
Grabe,
change
ah.
shape and form until...
Ayun! Nagkaroon ng...
They're complete.
parang
Now
sa ano
make
to,
the
Naruto,
dark
yung
beast
Susanoo.
appear as an ant before him is a giant apparition, dressed in traditional samurai wear,
Grabe.
with a sword of his own, as flares of energy begin to
May,
ring upon
sarili ring
the
espada.
But as we zoom in on the
Napakalaki,
giant
napakalaki.
apparition, hidden within its intimidating face is a crystal pentacle with a familiar blurred silhouette within. And soon,
Ayun, oh.
once peered in even closer, it is of course revealed to be Madara.
Ayun, wala pa ring braso si
having unleashed his
Madara.
energy to create this monster that encapsulates him. With his severed arm Now giving off strange particles, Madara would then begin saying,
Ayun, may particle. Ano kayong gagawin?
No, I've had that arm for millennia. But I suppose all good things must come to an end.
Kita mo, hawak-hawak niya yung... Nasa kanya daw yung brasong yun na matagal na. Ayun o!
Suddenly, straight from the playbook,
Ayun o!
within Madara's
Para rin palang lahi ni Piccolo to, lumalabas yung braso kahit anong putulin mo.
shoulder, an entirely new arm formed from the same energy that seems to be making up the apparition is formed in perfect muscular definition.
Yun o,
And
nagkaroon
with
ng...
his head now bowing in sinister fashion, pleased with himself, Madara would finally say, much better.
Yun, much better
I
daw.
believe now, Vegito, you can finally see the difference between myself and gods.
Ayun, nagyapang na naman.
Behold, the power of Madara, second of the 5 strongest in the multiverse!
Grabe, oh. Tinawanan lang
But
siya
as
ni Ultra
Madara makes
Vegito.
this declaration of strength, suddenly, the demonic beast just begins to burst out into a cold laugh. As more smoke bellows out, his sharp, inhuman teeth begin to bear out. And in the great
Parang sinabi ni Ultra Vegito, yeah, bring it on, dalhin mo na, sige.
growing even larger by the second, the beast would inexplicably begin lifting up the blade of destruction.
Yun, oh.
But not in a fashion that can be used for attacking. At least, not attacking Madara.
Yun, oh. Ano kaya gagawin?
As suddenly, in a completely unexpected shift, the dark being swipes the blade at himself. Laughing as the blade rushes in at him, now aimed at his face of all targets.
Ayun, oh.
The same blade that made cold cuts of Guts himself, now shooting towards the most vulnerable spot on the God King.
Ayun, oh.
What? What are you doing, fool? The turn of events even shocking Madara as he
Walang
watches
iya.
on, trying his hardest to figure
Hindi
out
makapaniwala
what
si
the motive
Madara.
behind this is until in incredible fashion, on impact with the dark beast's face, the near unbreakable blade of destruction that cut through even Kachin shatters into multiple pieces.
Ay,
as if
grabe,
they
sumabog niya yun yung ano,
But the
eh.
shocking beats
Blade
do
of
not
destruction.
end there. Finally!
Ayun,
As out of the
grabe.
shattered remains of the blade, suddenly, a dark mass of energy that can only resemble a mini devil shoots out.
Meron lumabas ngayon dun sa espada. Dahil nadurog na yun.
And though who or what it is remains a mystery to us viewers, to Madara, a sudden wave of fear rushes through his entire body.
Ayun, nakaramdam din ng takot si Madara.
As he mutters, he let out the demon emperor within the sword!
Ayun,
The
hindi.
realm of mortals? You fool!
Wala yan, ginawa. Oh, grabe.
Before Madara's
Kinapitan niya ngayon, kinapitan ngayon ng Ultra Vegito yung ano, yung
Demon Emperor has his
Demon
first taste
Emperor.
of freedom.
sabi naman, di mo na, Atlas, nakakawala na rin ako, pero ito nangyari sa kanya, kinapitan siya sa leg.
Grabbed by the throat and stopped straight in place. The completely stunned Emperor just stares into the eyes of its attacker with confusion until,
Ay, grabe, inabsorb
in
din.
the most immediate fashion, the entire life force and being of the demon is absorbed straight into the left arm of the dark.
Grabe. Pati demonyo, nilaklak din.
Presumably through usage of the energy absorption device that should still be in his palm.
Grabe.
From within the shell of his giant apparition, even the Titan reacts in unison with Madara.
Pati yung apparition na Titan nag-react eh. Meron din yata pag-iisip tong Titan na to.
Moving back in fear and absolute confusion over what had just happened. And when we zoom in on Madara, with his hand raised to his face as if defending himself from the sight he had just witnessed, he mumbles, How did he get rid of a demon emperor so quickly?
Yun ang matindi.
He touched it and it vanished. As his destruction power risen to the level of affecting even demons.
Kahit di mo sila, hirap na hirap doon.
But as Madara wonders
Ayun,
what comes next,
grabe.
suddenly the dark beast's body begins to change. Lowering in mass while stretching out, the very skin of the creature begins to evaporate off in a smoky mist. For a
Grabe.
while, an overjoyed smile can be seen all over its face.
Tindi.
And as its entire body is soon lost in the dark smoke, as it eventually dissipates, the eye of a very iconic figure can then be seen.
Ayun, no?
But along with that, an arm and chest now appearing, covered in a familiar fur, and below, a strange tail resembling a Saiyan's,
Ayun, no?
more demonic in nature.
Grabe, nagkaroon uli ng buntot.
As unbelievably finally revealing himself is Ultra Vegito.
Ultra Vegito.
But now looking markedly different in an entirely new form. Covered in sharp
Parang ang itsura niya yung Super Saiyan 4.
purple lining, purple fur resembling a Super Saiyan 4
Oh,
or 5
tama, super.
on his hair, now longer and sharper, but still the purple of Ultra Ego and the white of Ultra Instinct.
Grabe, grabe.
Adding to it all, of course, are the two protruding horns that can only tell us of Vegeto's now
Ang tindi. Ang tindi.
And with one final grin, all is then confirmed as he lets out, "Sorry for swallowing up that demon emperor you were so fond of. How about instead you say hello to a true devil now, Madara?"
Yung grabe.
As finally, the multiverse witnesses the ungodly true power of the God Killer. Well, that was it for
Ayun,
today's video,
paano?
guys.
Hanggang dito
If you
muna
made it this
tayo.
far, leave me a
Napakaganda.
hashtag new form in the comments down below. And let me know just what kind of brutal fate the God Killer will now unleash